Hey guys, welcome back. We've been doing quite a few cars from the Volkswagen group lately. This is a 2019 Atlas SEL. I'm not familiar with these trim levels too much, so bear with me on this, but let's see how the interior does. Actually quite impressive legroom from my seating position. Front. Mostly good back here. A little bit of noise from this zone. Let's check out the front. I'll just show you the odometer now. There it is. Let's begin. This is not a button, by the way. This is just the trim flexing. And now for the button test. Time for the final button. Can you guys believe this is a 2019 car and you can still get a car with rest mode for the climate controls? It's been a while since I've seen a car with that. Also, I still think these side mirrors here look the same as on a Bentley Bentayga. Correct me if I'm wrong. I noticed that about the Audi Q8 as well. Alright, so fit and finish in this car was not great. Pretty much every area I touched was squeaky. A lot of these squeaks were minor to moderate. They weren't severe. I can't give it one of my all-time worst scores. Again, pretty much everywhere was kind of not great. A couple parts on the doors did okay. And then I have to mention to you, just like in most Volkswagen products, the center console armrest slash cubby or whatever this thing is called, pretty solid. Doesn't move side to side or anything, but you notice a squeak when lay your arm on it or put any kind of weight on it. See what I mean? You know, people ask me like, what's the point of doing all these tests? As long as you don't touch anything in the car, it's fine, right? Wrong. That's probably the most annoying part about the car, to be honest, is that stupid armrest. As far as the score goes, I'd give this a 5 out of 10 for fit and finish. As far as materials go, we're not looking too great in here. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned this is an SEL. I don't know if that's a lower, mid, or high trim on these. I don't know anything about these Volkswagens as far as trim goes or how you can equip the cars and whatnot. Materials are not the best in this car, so we have a mixture of soft touch. Like, I guess the soft touch is in a lot of the upper areas, the vinyl. That's fine, that's pretty normal. But I notice even the area where you grab to close the door, this is all hard plastic right here. Very, very cheap. It's been a while since I've been in a car with that. All plastic by your knees, glove box and lower. Some plastic here on the door again. Not great. We do have a main trim going on. It looks like it's an imitation wood. I know it's not real wood, it's just plastic. And then I know these are fake leather seats. Not the best fake leather in the world either. I've said this about other Volkswagens. This is kind of like MB Tech's level of bad, maybe even a little bit worse actually. Some car manufacturers can pull off man-made leather better than others. This is not one of those brands. The headliner is cloth. That's a pretty acceptable cloth. This is just a plastic sun visor. Doesn't feel like anything special. And speaking of not being anything special, the buttons and switchgear in this car are pretty mediocre. I think I recognize a couple of these stocks here. They look like they're from other Volkswagen products. I think I've seen it in a Porsche maybe, or it looks similar to one in Porsche. The rest of the buttons that you press, they don't really feel inspiring or anything special. They don't look like anything special. They're pretty straightforward and easy to understand though, so I gotta give them that. But I guess if you want better buttons or just a better interior in general, there's always Audi. So yeah, I feel like this interior, materials wise, is actually just a little bit below average due to the extra plastic around by the door handle here. I don't know, it feels a little bit gross after being used to nicer cars. Listen to how I sound. I sound like a spoiled brat, don't I? This car gets a 4 out of 10 for materials. It's been a while since I've given a score that low. But there you guys have it. The final score is 5 out of 10 for fit and finish, 4 out of 10 for materials. Please let me know your thoughts. Don't get too mad with me in the comments because the interior does not tell the full story of this car. Again, when you buy a car like this, it's sort of a, you know, not really a luxury car. This is a family hauler. It's got a third row. You know, you don't care about the interior so much. Kids are gonna just puke on everything. It does drive, I think, pretty decent though. The ride's good enough, but what I was surprised about on this car was the steering was very responsive. When you turn the wheel, it changes direction right away. It's not very communicative though. You don't really feel the road, or not really, you don't feel the road at all. This is nothing close to a sports car, but the steering is pretty sharp actually for what this is. I was impressed by that, and I kind of like it. But the ride was pretty decent. The cabin noise was decent. I didn't drive it for too long. I didn't even try to go fast in it, so I don't know how this thing feels when you floor it, but just the initial driving, handling impressions, it's not bad. So again, if you're looking for just a family hauler, you know, this car should be fine. I have nothing against it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.